In a world where moose and squirrels live together in dysfunctional harmony, one man, well, two men come together to bring you the most useless shit you never knew you needed to know. Welcome to the Moose and Squirrel Show.
Welcome to the Moose and fuck you, Squirrel. You're not here on Tuesdays because you're not cool. Only the cool kids are here on Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday Night Trivia. Appreciate everybody joining us as always. Thank you. I got 6 people playing so far. Gonna do some horror movies. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do tonight. We'll do some horror movie trivia tonight. Your categories are going to be Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw, Saw, and Scream. Those are your 6 categories. There are going to be 8 questions in each category. The board is set up, and it looks like Jeopardy. Fancy like that. But we're not doing Jeopardy. You do not have to answer in the form of a question. I'm asking the fucking questions tonight. So... nobody, Lana is here. All right. Lana in the house, defending her title against a category that she claims she knows nothing about. We shall see. No Leprechaun movies. Sorry, no Leprechaun movies, James. Doing real horror movies here. Nobody's afraid of leprechauns. Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw, Saw, and Scream. Those are your categories. The board, again, is going to look like Jeopardy, kind of like this. I am going to start. I will pick the category. I will start from the top and work my way down. I'm not going to bounce back and forth and waiting for people to pick their next category. Kind of dragged it a little bit last time, so I am just going to pick a category, and then I am going to start at the top, work my way down. If I'm feeling a little saucy, then maybe I might do the exact opposite. I might start from the bottom and work my way up, but I'll bounce around a little bit, maybe within the categories. But I'm going to start top. I'm going to start whatever category I pick. I'm going to burn through the entire category so there's no confusion. Doug Flood named his kid after one of these. Yes. Probably my favorite slasher genre. Doug in the house. Derry Doug. Welcome. Testa. Kuhl's in the house. We are up to 9 players. So right now I can support up to 20, so the first 20 people. Ma, Adele, thank you very much. I already had you on the list. We spoke earlier. We, again, for those of you just joining, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw, Saw, and Scream. Not Jeopardy. Looks like Jeopardy. You do not have to answer in the form of a question. I ask the questions. You give the answers. Plain and simple. Just kind of, Scott in the house. Scott, thanks for joining us. So, a few more minutes, get some more players on here. Chappie, what's going around, buddy? Making some adjustments here. Horror movies, I'm sure you're going to kick ass. Something I figured that most of my friends would be able to. I'm surprised my cousin Mark is not here. Scott, Lana said this isn't her genre. She doesn't think that she's gonna do well, but we'll see. That might just be her. Hey, Jillian, thanks for joining us. All right, we are up to 12 players right now. 12 players. Gonna have a couple more, and then we're gonna get started. So again, for you latecomers, people who have not been on the show before, you're going to see a board that looks like this. Kind of looks like Jeopardy. Basically, the website that I use is Make Your Own Jeopardy games. I found it. It's pretty cool. I can do whatever I want. So, you do not have to answer in the form of a question. You're just going to give me the answer. I'm asking the question. You're giving the answer. I control the board. I pick the category. I pick the dollar value. Give the right answer. Ding. And you get your points. So 1 minute to go, and then we'll get started here. Making some behind the scenes adjustments here. Things you cannot nor do you need to see. Instead of a daily double, should do a bomb. I got a bomb sound effect in here somewhere. Where is it? There you go. Alright, I'm not going to do too many sound effects tonight because I think you're going to get an echo on all of them because I didn't set up everything properly. Alright. Yes, I am a control freak. Thank you for noticing. It's a lot of work. Alright. Someone's texting me. I will not answer that. I will be somewhat professional and not answer my text messages. Yeah, whammy. Alright. We are going to get started here. And we are going to start with Friday the 13th. You folks ready? Friday the 13th. Whoa, for 100 points. Yeah, nope. A lot of people don't know what a whammy is. We know what whammies are because we're old people. All right, here we go. Friday the 13th for 100 points. Who was the killer in the original Friday the 13th? Yes, some of them are going to be that easy. Doug Flood. Jason's mom. The butler. Anybody know her full name? Her name is Pamela Voorhees. All right, moving on. Sticking with the same category. Sticking with Friday the 13th for 200. What year was the original Friday the 13th released? What year? Friday the 13th, originally released. What do you got? (1978, 1979, 1983). Karen LaBelle, 1980. Karen LaBelle. Original Friday the 13th was 1980. Friday the 13th for 300 points. How many movies are there in the franchise? How many Friday the 13th movies? These are all the spin-offs, all the remakes, all the redos, all the shitty ones like Jason in Space, Jason X. How many of them are there in the franchise? There are not 8, there are not 15, there are no, 10, no, too many, no, not enough, Scott. Jillian, 12. That is correct, 12. The next one will be 13. Moving on for number 400 points. In which movie did Jason get his iconic hockey mask? Which one did he get the hockey mask in? I know technically he got it in 2. We're talking from the original set of movies. Jillian, part 3. That is correct. If you've seen the reboot that they did a couple years ago, he actually goes from no mask to the potato sack to the hockey mask all in one movie. In the remake, but originally he got it in part 3. Moving on, Friday the 13th for 500. Which movie was originally released in 3D? Which one was released in 3D? Doug Flood, 3. Yes, sir. Friday the 13th, part 3 was 3D. It was a really shitty 3D, but it was 3D nonetheless. All right, moving on. Friday the 13th for 600. Where does Friday the 13th take place? Where does Friday the 13th take place? Please don't say New Jersey, although that is the state that it allegedly takes place in. I want to know a little bit more specific about where it takes place. Doug Flood. Camp Crystal Lake. Bingo. Camp Crystal Lake? Sure, it was crusty after he was done with it. All right, moving on. Friday the 13th for 700. In which movie does Jason not appear? Which movie does he not appear in? And this is not a trick question. He appears in part 1. Jillian, part 5. You're going to say, nah, he wasn't in part 1. The very end of the movie, when she pushes herself out in the canoe out into the lake, he jumps up and pulls her into the lake. In part 5, the ambulance driver is pretending to be Jason Voorhees. It's the only one in the series that Jason is not in. He was not the killer in 1, but he certainly made an appearance at the end, excuse me, when he pulled the girl under the water. So yes, he makes an appearance in 1. He does not in 5. All right, last one for Friday the 13th. What was Jason Voorhees' name originally going to be? In the original script, he was not Jason Voorhees. He had a different first name. What was his original name? Oh, Jillian, right on top. Josh. Josh Voorhees, kind of not scary. Thankfully, they went with Jason. James Hulkren. He's not that cool. Emmett Theodore Killer. Killer with an A-H. Killer. Say it like you're from Boston. All right. All right, Jillian, because you're in first place, I'm going to let you pick the next category. Jillian gets to pick the category. I get to pick the questions. Scream. All right. Scream for 100. Who directed the original Scream? Who was the director? Very famous horror director. No, it's not Stephen King. Director of Scream, Wes Craven. That is correct. Wes Craven, original Scream. Scream for 200. In which fictional town does Scream take place? Wes Kraken. Which fictional town does Scream take place? Woodsboro. Jillian again. Nope, Foofy Springfield. I think you're getting the Simpsons confused with Scream. I know they both start with an S. Like Titicaca. Scream for 300. What is the name of the killer in Scream? I'm not asking for who the killer was, asking for what they called him in the movie. What is the name of the killer in Scream? Ghostface. Jillian apparently has Lana's Wi-Fi tonight because she's smoking it. Yep, Billy Loomis was the killer, Ma, but I wanted to know what they called him. They called him the Ghostface Killer. And there was actually 2. Scream for 400. Squirrel. Yeah, I don't think anybody would be afraid of Squirrel. Scream is your favorite movie. I like the first 2. The third one kind of got silly. The fourth one I thought was dumb. And then the one that they just had on Netflix, terrible. All right, Scream for 400. What is rule number 1 on Randy's list of rules for surviving a horror movie? Rule number 1, Randy's list. He had a few. But rule number 1. Don't do this if you want to survive a horror movie. What is rule number 1? Carrie Silva, no sex. Don't have sex. Carry condoms. Don't fall while running. All good answers. Scream for 500. Which actress does Sydney say would probably play her in the movie version of her life? Actress that Sydney Prescott says would probably play her in the movie version of her life. Come on, Jillian, you said it's your favorite movie. This should be an easy one. I think almost all the questions were based off the first one. I didn't really get into it. Britney Spears. Anna Faris. Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, Jillian. You don't know this one? Drew Barrymore.
Nope.
Anne Heche.
Nope.
Drew Barrymore.
Nope.
Ooh, she was stumped. You gonna laugh when I tell you who it is? Karina knows. D, what's up, Dukes? Oh, come back over to the right screen here. Tori Spelling. That is right. So let's go. Got a new player here. See, Jillian? Now you know it. The minute you heard it, you were like, damn it. All right, Scream for 600. Director Wes Craven makes a cameo appearance as what character, and what character is he dressed as? This is one of those Easter eggs in the movie. Wes Craven is in the movie Scream. What character is he playing? And he's dressed as another famous character. Officer Doofy. He is not the sheriff.
Nope.
Jillian, that's half the answer. He plays the janitor, but who is the janitor dressed as? Kerry, be more specific. Ah, there you go, Jillian. He is dressed as Freddy Krueger, and he plays a janitor. He's in the screen for about 3 seconds. He is a janitor, and he is dressed as Freddy Krueger. He's wearing his sweater and his hat. If you blink, you miss it. If you didn't know what you were looking for, you wouldn't have any clue. All right, Scream for 700. What movie is playing on the TV in Stu's house party? What movie is playing at Stu's house party on the TV? Lana. Oh, I'm going to do more horror now. No, I'm going to do tons of horror. It's going to be a horror movie category every week. Not Friday the 13th. Still not Friday the 13th.
Nope.
Karina, Halloween, yes. Halloween is playing at Stu's house party. They're all watching Halloween. All right, last one for Scream. What iconic prop is hanging in Principal Himbry's closet? You have to know the character that plays Principal Himbry, and it would be a very easy guess from there. What iconic prop is hanging in Principal Himbry's closet right before he gets butchered? Pork the pig.
Nope.
Nope. A capper.
Nope.
I am smoking a Perdomo 20-year champagne. A cape.
Nope.
Nope. Ma. Be more specific, Ma. I'm going to give it to Ma because she's got the closest to it. Yes, Jillian. I'm gonna give it to my mother. She got the leather jacket, but it was Henry Winkler, who played Fonzie in Happy Days. His leather jacket is hanging in the closet, and if you blink, you miss it. It's another one of those little Easter eggs. All right, so let's see. Jillian, you're still in first place. You get to pick the category. Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw, or Saw? Bye-bye, Scream. Yes. My least favorite of the ones that are up here, but I still like it. Saw for 100. How many movies make up the Saw franchise? How many movies? Oh, Halloween's coming, D. Hold on. How many movies make up the Saw franchise? Not 6, not 7, not 6. Not 8, not 6. I hope I remember this one. Still not 8. 9. Oh, wrong screen. There are 9. Jamie, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining. There are 9. There is one that's, I think, called Spiral, which is still part of the Saw franchise. But there are 8 movies with Saw in the title, and there's one, I believe, that's called Spiral that actually, believe it or not, has Chris Rock in it. Chris Rock is in a Saw movie. I bet you didn't know that. That's the last one. Jamie, yes, you missed Friday the 13th. That was the first category, the first run. Unfortunately, we're down to Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Saw. So we are up to Saw for 200 points. What is the name of the Jigsaw Killer? What is his name? Name of the killer. I want his first and last name. Jillian, John Kramer. That is correct. John Kramer. Saw for 300. After John Kramer's death, see if I had gone the other way, you would have known it. What object is found in his stomach? After he dies, I believe he dies in 4. What's found in his stomach? Actually, it's found in his stomach. Grouse. What's going on, brother? Thanks for joining. What's found in his... Hey, Jillian, a cassette tape. What does it say on the cassette tape? Same thing it says on all of them. All right, Saw for 400, moving right along. What is the name of John Kramer's wife, first and last? And I gotta say, she was way too hot to be John Kramer's wife with that rack and the lips. There's no way in the real world that that was John Kramer's wife. What's her name? I need first and last. Jill Tuck, Carrie Silva. His wife's name was Jill Tuck. Saw for 500. In the original Saw, who cut off their foot to escape a trap, and which foot did he cut off? Second part of that, Cardi B. If I was in a trap and they were playing Cardi B, I would cut my own foot off. Yes, D, I agree with you. In the original Saw, who cut off their foot to escape the trap, and which foot did he cut off? The doctor? You remember his name, D? Karen LaBelle, the doctor, and the right foot. Anybody remember his full name? There you go, Carrie. Dr. Lawrence Gordon. It was his full name, and it was his right foot that he cut off. Saw for 600. What is the name of the police officer that turns out to be a jigsaw accomplice? What is the name of the cop, the detective, to be specific, that turns out to be a jigsaw accomplice? Come on, get your Googles working. I know that's what you're doing. Adam Faulkner.
Nope.
Nope. What is the name of the police officer that turns out Kojak? Not Kojak. Not Telly Savalas. Not Barney Miller. Detective Mark Hoffman. Not David Arquette. Wrong movie. Detective Mark Hoffman was the... see, Jillian, you're a little too late. I already gave the answer. Led Zeppelin. Blech. Hold on, I got one for Led Zeppelin. All right, Saw for 700. Who ultimately captures Mark Hoffman in the very last one? Actually, the next to last movie. And Saw the final chapter, which wasn't the final chapter, much like Friday the 13th, the final chapter, much like Kiss's farewell tour. They continued on. Who ultimately captures Mark Hoffman? Not Eric Matthews. Eric Matthews is the cop in the second one. And he is also in the fourth one. He gets his head crushed by the two ice blocks. Who ultimately captures Mark Hoffman? You've seen the movie. James, thank you. It is not Jigsaw. It is not John Kramer. John Kramer is long dead before they capture him. Not Buffalo Bill.
Nope.
Not
Nope.
Dave Matthews. Not at the end of the series he does not. He's already dead. Amanda.
Nope.
She's already dead too. She dies in 4. Or 3. But Mark Hoffman lives until the very end of the series. Until the last Saw movie. The 2 after it. Not
Nope.
Amanda. The 2 Spiral and Jigsaw do not contain Mark Hoffman.
Nope.
Dr. Lawrence Gordon, at the end of after Mark Hoffman kills Jill Tuck, he's trying to escape. He's got a bag full of money and a gun, and he goes to head out. And when he does, Miss Brady, Elmer Fudd, Mighty Mouse, Seth. Nope, Seth was dead. Seth was the guy that killed Mark Hoffman's sister. Dr. Lawrence Gordon. All right, one last one for Saw. This one should be an easy one for all you Bostonians. Who played Detective Eric Matthews in Saw 2? What actor? Saw 2. D. Donnie Wahlberg. Jim Coppola in the house. Thanks for joining, brother. All right, that is the end of Saw. We got 3 categories left: Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw. And yeah, I watch them for the blood and gore too. It's like torture porn. We're going with Halloween. If you don't like this movie, something's wrong with you. All right, Halloween for 100. In what year was the original Halloween released? Original Halloween was released in what year? Yeah, that is Jim Coppola from Tech. He's now Chef Jim from Texas. Derek Dukes, 1978. Oh, wait a minute. I have a Halloween sound effect. All right, Halloween for 200. What fictional town does Halloween take place in? What fictional town? Jillian, Haddonfield, Illinois. It's actually filmed in California, and if you watch parts of the movie, you can see palm trees in the background. I've never been to Haddonfield, Illinois. I've only been to certain parts of Illinois, but I can assure you there are no palm trees in Illinois. Halloween for 300. Which movie does Michael Myers not appear in? Which movie does Michael Myers not appear in? Two, three. One, three. 3, 4. Bob Latundra in the house. Poser, what's up, brother? So far, all of your answers are wrong. Saw. 4, 4. Oh, don't want that. Trick question. He appears in them all. I know you're all going to say he's not in 3, Season of the Witch. You are all incorrect. When the guy is sitting at the bar, when he's getting ready to go into the factory, he's sitting at the bar and he's drinking a beer. What's on the TV? A commercial for the Halloween movie where Michael Myers runs down the stairs. He is absolutely in 3, 100%. Go look it up yourself. That was just a flat out, I'm going to fucking stump you. Like it or not. So I knew nobody was going to get that one. All right. Halloween for 400. In what year did Michael kill Judith? You gotta be a fucking serious fan. Lana, did you say he was in all of them? I didn't see you say that he was in all of them. You said Saw. The only thing I see from you is Saw. Everyone else is throwing out numbers. So if it was there, I missed it. Ooh, 1963. Jillian. Spilly Billy in the house. What's going on, Billy? Halloween for 500. What was the name of the sanitarium Michael escaped from? Who the fuck is Judith? That was his sister, the original sister that he killed. When he was 6 years old. Sanitarium. Leave me be. Better answer, I'll sing the whole fucking song. Jackson's house. You knew you were joking. Spilly Billy. What's the name of the sanitarium? Jillian, Smith's Grove. Yes, ma'am. Smith's Grove. Halloween for 600. What was the mask company name in Halloween 3 Season of the Witch? What was the mask company name? If you've never seen 3, it sucked. It was stupid. It should be one of those things like mayonnaise and Halloween 3. They both should be vacated from this earth because they are just fucking stupid. Come on, all you gotta do is sing the song. You're close, Billy. There you go, Jillian. Silver Shamrock. 3 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 3 more days till Halloween. Silver Shamrock. Stupid movie. Stupid movie. Yes, D, I agree with you 100%. That movie was terrible. Halloween for 700. Who was the face of the original Michael Myers mask? No singing, Fluffy, I promise. No more singing. Who's the face of the original Michael Myers mask? I think you're all going to get it wrong. I want to know who the mask was. And I think you're all going to give me the wrong answer. James Halpern, he's not that handsome. It is not William Shatner. It's still not William Shatner. Not William Shatner. D? There you go, D. It's Captain Kirk. It was a Captain Kirk mask. I know William Shatner played Captain Kirk, but it wasn't a William Shatner mask. It was a Captain Kirk mask. They put white paint on it, they brushed the hair out, and they cut the eye holes bigger. It was Captain Kirk. All right, Halloween for 800. What was the original title of Halloween? It originally was not Halloween. Strange. You know what, Billy? D. Snyder's Strangeland could have been a good movie. It just wasn't. I had a great idea for it. It sucked. Original title was not Halloween. What was it? Original title for Halloween. Jillian, Babysitter Murders. There you go. The Babysitter Murders. The Spooky Night. Lana's just throwing shit against the wall. See what sticks. All right. I'm going to save Texas Chainsaw for last because that's my favorite. We're going to go with Nightmare on Elm Street, which I only like the original one, and I was a fan of the reboot. I actually like the reboot better than all of the original ones. I know that's blasphemous, but, yeah, I did.
Welcome to my world.
All right, here we go. Nightmare on Elm Street for 100. Yeah, you got to go watch horror now. You should have seen every one of these movies. Who's the actor that plays Freddy Krueger? Yes, there is a reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street. It was made in 2012, 2013. And it's better than the original. Who's the actor that plays Freddy Krueger? Famous only for playing Freddy Krueger. Robert Englund. Becky. $200. What color is Freddy's sweater? It's 2 colors. I need both. Yeah, Bob, she told me she was probably going to be late. But she's here. Not red and black.
Nope.
Ah, Lana Jackson. Green and red. Lana gets one right. Thought you didn't know horror. His sweater is red and green. And I know I'm colorblind, but I looked it up to make sure I was right. Nightmare on Elm Street for $300. Finish this sentence. 1, 2, Freddy's. It's a song that they sang when they were doing the jump rope. 1, 2, Freddy's. Coming for you. Nightmare for $400. How many movies are in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise? I'm going to have to get a bunch of guesses because I forget this one. I think I remember. So give me a bunch of guesses and we'll see who gets it first. Five, 6, 4, 8, 6. Myra, I think you got it. I think it's 8. But this is one that I can't remember. Oops, they're a 9. Ah, nobody gets it. Sorry, they're a 9. I couldn't remember. The reboot was the 9th one. That's why I forget it. All right, Nightmare on Elm Street for $500. In what year was A Nightmare on Elm Street released? And I know this answer. What year? Jillian, 1984. Very good. Who was the boyfriend that got sucked into the bed and his blood blown all over the ceiling? Not a question. I'm just asking who knows. Nightmare on Elm Street for $600. Which iconic horror movie character does Freddy clash with in the 8th movie? Yes, Johnny Depp. Yeah, Lana got it. That wasn't a real question, though. This is the real question. Which iconic horror movie character does Freddy clash with in the 8th movie? Lana Jackson. Another stupid movie that should have never have been made. Freddy vs. Jason. Dumb. Nightmare on Elm Street for $700. Which movie was subtitled Dream Warriors? Come on, Lana, you gotta let somebody else win every once in a while. Yes, Becky, it was terrible. Which one in the franchise was titled Dream Warriors? Not 4, not 4. 3, Foofy. Dream Warriors was number 3. And sticking with that theme, what band wrote the title track for Dream Warriors? A terrible band for a terrible movie. What band wrote the title track? I'm not singing the song either. Dawkins, Eric Testa. Yes, sir. Dorkin. Ugh, terrible fucking band. All right. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Love this one. What year was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre released? The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Tobe Hooper. What year was it released? Strangely enough, This is a lot of people will tell you this was one of the goriest movies. There's almost no blood in this movie. Not 1978, not 1979, not 1978, not 1976, not 1973, not 1976, still not 1978, not 1976, not 1980. 1974, Jillian. Yes. Original Texas Chainsaw Massacre was 1974. What is the name of the character that escapes at the end of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre? If you've seen the recent one that was on Netflix, you would know it because she's mentioned in that one. She actually plays a big part in that one. The character that escapes, I want her first and last name. Leatherface is not the character that escapes. It is not Sue. It is not shit. It's still not Leatherface.
Nope.
Not Donnie
Nope.
Wahlberg. The blonde. Yeah, Foofy, what's her name? What is the name of the character that escapes at the end of the original? She's the only one that gets away. Jumps in the back of the guy's pickup truck and drives off. Sally Hardesty. Carrie Silva. Sally Hardesty. She's in the... By the way, watch the reboot, the one that they just did. I think it's on Netflix. If you want to see Lisa. If you want to see a bunch of millennials get chewed up with a chainsaw, like I do, watch the new one. The new one is fantastic. I loved it. All right, Texas Chainsaw for 300. Moving right along here. What famous actor does the narration for the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie and later returns for the remake? Famous actor does the narration. I will give a hint if somebody can't remember who he is. What famous actor? Not James Earl Jones. Nope. There is a famous actor that when you very first start watching it, the guy that does the voiceover in the very beginning of the first one, and in the remake, the ones with Arlie Ermy, he does the same thing. He returns to do it. Close enough. John Larroquette. John Larroquette from Night Court. He played Dan Fielding. He is the guy that does the voiceover in the original, and he does the voiceover in the remake as well. Texas Chainsaw for 400. How many movies are there in the Texas Chainsaw franchise? Another one that I can't fucking remember. Dumbass. I know what I can do. So that I can remember. I can go here, and I can go here, and I can go here, and I can go here. And no. I can go here. Here we go. Now I know. Yes, Mom. John Larroquette from Night Court. And Carrie Silva with 9. That is correct. There are 9 Texas Chainsaw movies. There's a 10th one that is being made now. Love Texas Chainsaw. Which Texas Chainsaw movie was originally released in 3D? Not number 3. Not number 4. Not number 3. I need the name of the movie, not which one in the series. Yes. Gotta love Google Tester, no doubt about it. Texas Chainsaw 3D was the 3D one. Texas Chainsaw 3D. Not going to stick around on that one. All right, Texas Chainsaw 4600. What is the name of the only movie in the franchise that does not use the Texas Chainsaw name? There is one movie in the franchise. It does not use the Texas Chainsaw name, but it's still part of the franchise. And it's one of the recent ones. Much like Saw has the movie Spiral, Texas Chainsaw has one of the movies, and it is not called Texas Chainsaw. No Texas, no Chainsaw, no Massacre. Lana Jackson, Leatherface. That is correct. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was inspired by which infamous serial killer? When they say it's based on true events, it was based off of this infamous serial killer. Paul Latundra. Ed Gein. James Holgren. I would use a chainsaw, but it certainly isn't me. All right. Get your Google ready. I'll sit here all night until somebody gets both of these answers. 2 answers for this question. You may or may not know, if you're a fan of the series, you will know there are 2 separate universes for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. 2 separate families, same story. So what are the 2 real names of Leatherface? What is the character's real name? In the original movie, he was just called Leatherface. Later on in the story, there are 2 separate stories, and he's got a different name for each one. I want his first and last name for both. And I will wait all night until somebody gets this. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting here with my chainsaw sound. Becky, you're close. It's not Bubba. Thomas Hewitt. But it's not Bubba Sawyer. Yeah, we got Thomas Hewitt already. Somebody's got to give me the other name. It's not Bubba Sawyer. Bill Johnson. Not correct. Drayton Sawyer was his dad. Jed, Lana, you got to give me more. Becky's got it. Jedediah Sawyer. Thomas Hewitt. Those were the 2 names of Leatherface. So it was weird. When they did the reboot with R. Lee Ermey, he became Thomas Hewitt. In the original, he is Jedediah Sawyer. And Jedediah Sawyer is actually a kid that is in the remake. So if you try to follow it, it kind of doesn't make sense, because in the reboot with R. Lee Ermey, there was 2 movies. It was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot, and then there was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre the beginning. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the reboot, Jedediah Sawyer is in the movie, but he's not Leatherface. Thomas Hewitt is Leatherface. But in the original universe of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he was Jedediah Sawyer. So that is it. Those are all my questions. We got Jillian with 7,100. We got a lot of people answering. Ma with 1,100. Carrie with 14. Foofy with 700. Karen LaBelle with 700. Lana with 14. Doug with 12. Testa with 8. Jillian with 71. Karina with 1,200. D. Derek Duke, 1,600. Becky, 1,200. Bob, 700. Pretty good, obviously. Jillian, the horror, she's the Scream Queen, 7,100. I'll make you feel better. There you go. I fixed it. Never miss an opportunity. So that's it. That's probably the quickest one we've ever done. I thought this was going to take a little bit longer, but we definitely got through here. We got, don't need that. got 56 questions. 8 times 6 is 48 questions. Most of my answers were from Halloween. Yeah, that's my favorite series. Friday the 13th, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, Saw. Those are my favorites. I put Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream just because they were popular. And I wanted to go with ones that I could get a lot of questions on. But as always, I appreciate everybody joining us, giving me an hour of your Tuesday night or an hour plus of your Tuesday night. Excuse me, I get gas wicked bad here. Thank everybody for joining us. See you guys on Sunday. Remember, the freaks don't die. We only smell that way.